So it all started with this wholesaler that I worked with previously. We did 2 houses before. Everything was good, I have no problems. We closed, we remodeled it, whatever, everything was good. And then he contacted me about this house. So I went, checked that out. We agreed on the price. And what happened is this house was going on auction, and the owner of this house went to a rehab for drugs, probably. So he went to rehab, and his brother with his girlfriend, Sarah, and 3 other people was still living here. I mean, there was something going on. Even the neighbors told me that, there was SWAT and all this stuff coming to this house because they were dealing and whatever. The wholesaler told me, hey man, like, I'll take care of it. And I told him straight up, I don't want to deal with this house. Like, sure, whatever. It's not a bad deal for $390,000, but I don't care. I'm not even going to take it for even less if I have to deal with these people. I told them I don't want this house. If it's not going to be vacant, I don't want it. Because I had that feeling, like it's kind of weird. He even texted me that he 100% guarantees that he will get him taken care of. Don't worry about it. And I told him, okay, if we're going to close on it. He was like, man, you're not going to have to deal with it. I 100% guarantee you that I will take care of it. If something happens or whatever, they're not going to come. They're still going to be here or getting their stuff out or whatever. I'm like, you have to deal with it. I'm not going to be here. I don't care. I don't want to deal with it at all. So here's the text message. They want to close tomorrow and Tuesday. They'll be fully out or sooner. What can we do to make this work? I'm willing to pay you $1,000 and I'll make sure they'll get out on Tuesday. So this guy is willing to do whatever, right? He's willing to bend backwards, just anything to close the deal because he's gonna lose money, right? And then he said, all 100% guarantee they'll be gone on Tuesday. Right there. I told him, I don't care, I'm not closing until they're out. I don't care. Your problem, get them out however you want. He's like, okay, I'm gonna find them a place, I'm gonna do this and whatever. I'm like, do whatever you gotta do, I don't care. But before closing, they have to be out of there. I'm not closing until they're out of there. Here's where I messed up. He said that I'm helping them move their stuff to the storage, like literally 2 days before closing. I called him the night before closing. So let's say we're closing tomorrow. I call him today to ask him, hey, is the house vacant? Because I'm not going to close if it's not, right? He tells me that they're out. Okay, sounds good. So next day, and this is where I messed up. I was actually not that far away from this house. At my uncle's house. Next morning, I come here and they're literally all here. All the stuff, you know how when we came here and all the stuff was by the garage? You can tell when people moved out. I call him like, hey dude, what the heck? You told me that they're out. He's like, yeah, I drove by there. It seemed like everybody was out. So it seemed like, or was everybody out? So this guy straight up freaking lied to me that they were out. But that's where I messed up, is that I should have came here myself before closing and verified by myself. So that is on me, that is my mistake, and that is my $67,000 lesson. If you're trying to close on a house and there's people in it, don't freaking close on it. Go there on the day of closing or before day of closing. I would go there on the day of closing, actually. Like if I was to close on this house today, I would go there today, make sure everybody's out, and then close on the house. I promised him and I told him that I will be going after him legally. So I don't care even if I win or if I don't win in this lawsuit or whatever. But I'm gonna go after him. I'll spend more money. I don't care because I said I will. Setting up some cameras, security cameras, just in case the tweakers decide to come back, so we can know when they come back.
They might come back?
Who knows? You never know. I'm just gonna set up this little security camera just to see what's going on. Sometimes it's nice too, because then, if your contractor's there, you don't have to make phone calls. You can just see, you know, his car is here. That means he's there. So this is the 2 shower valves for the master bathroom, and that's for the 2 tubs, the valves and everything. This is the first thing that you have to order right away, because first things first is frame, and then second thing would be plumbing. We need the rough-in boxes for the plumbing, so you have to order it right away. All right, it's cold. Last year, can you believe it? They actually lived in here during this time. No power also. I don't know how they did it. But, you know, they can't really complain. It was free. We had this large box that was boxed out all the way up. Not much we can do with this pipe. I mean, we made a smaller box, but we do have to keep this box like this because the B-vent needs to be 1 inch from any wood for it to not catch on fire. Unfortunately, we're gonna have this bottom box, but I think it will get covered up with the closet. Today, we had our electrical inspection, so we're gonna get power today. PSE is supposed to actually come out sometime today. I don't know when, but we're supposed to get power and then hopefully heat up this place so it's not that cold. Tomorrow, the plumber is coming to start plumbing. And then on Monday we have drywall. Looks like the electrician made a whole bunch of holes everywhere. This fireplace box, something new that I'm gonna try out. We'll see how it turns out. On the bottom I want to do tile, and then right here this hole is gonna be our vapor fireplace. This is gonna be black. I'm gonna paint it black, and then here we're gonna do our slate. I don't know what it's called, slate panels or something like that around this top, you know, and we're probably gonna stop right here, and then the bottom is probably just gonna be black, and then the bottom maybe white tile or something. I'm not sure. We'll see. I think it's totally fine that it's taking up so much space just because we have the space around it, so it's totally fine. Here we got another fireplace. Just gonna do the same fireplaces we always do at our other houses. Yeah, same thing as upstairs. It's gonna look pretty cool too. This is gonna be like a game room with a wet bar. So we're gonna have a little sink right here, and then a mini fridge. And this whole thing's gonna have cabinets, and then we're gonna have floating shelves with LED lights under it. It is super cold out here. It's because it's downstairs. We're in the basement. Man, it's cold. And we have concrete all over the place. Oh man, more holes. That's just in case, you know, like if you're chilling downstairs over here, you know, you're just chilling. Somebody knocks on the door and you're like, oh, let me see. Oh, okay, sounds good. I'll go open the door. And you know what I noticed? Somebody did a remodel on this house at one point of lifespan of this house. I believe that they redid the tile. Obviously they did a horrible design in the master bathroom, and then they made 3 bedrooms upstairs instead of 2 how it was originally, and one of the bedrooms was small. Anyways, I'm pretty sure they did the tile because they did tile over hardwood floor, straight on hardwood floor. And they did not use hardy backer or anything. They just used regular drywall. And what sucks is that they didn't even seal it or anything. They just didn't waterproof it, nothing. They just put tile straight on top of the drywall. And that's why up there, did you see how rotten the window seal is? And then over here, this one is okay, but it still did some damage, you see? Because water was probably standing here and it wasn't probably, I'm assuming it wasn't sloped. Somebody did a poor job. I mean, what the heck?
It's not even connected to the other.
No, this is obviously new. They redid most of the plumbing to ABS because you can see right here that it used to be, you know, this galvanized. Yeah, most of this house is replumbed. Yeah, I mean right here you can see also we got our galvanized water lines. Oh, the bottom, yeah, right here. It comes from here. Yep. And then this goes for the outside spigot, and then the rest goes up.
If you connected the ground wire to the water line, right?
Yeah. You have to bond if you have metal or galvanized piping, you have to bond your electrical panel grounding to that and to the gas line if you have gas. And you have to put in 2 rods into the ground 6 feet deep, 6 feet apart. All right, guys, so today we have the garage door getting installed and we have plumbing getting installed.
What's the point to taking off this drywall?
So you don't have to cut through the subfloor. Just find the lines down here and just feed everything down, connect it all.
Oh, okay, so it's gonna be the water and sewer line over there. What are you doing here today?
So basically, we're getting rid of all this garbage. Like, it's like all, why, like, you know, we're gonna make it right. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of all this tubes and stuff. And then we're gonna start putting up our rough and stuff. We're gonna put a shower valve here, there. Nice little linear drain all the way in the back. Relocate this toilet. Add some 2x4s here for the shower wall, so, you know, put the valve.
From the other bathroom?
Yeah, that's actually the hall bath. Right here, hall bathroom. Looks pretty ghetto and nasty.
Okay, could you please explain what's wrong with the current setup?
So with this setup, the height of this, you get floating vanity here, and you don't want the pipes to be too low because you're gonna see the bottom of that P-trap, which is a no bueno. You know, when you're trying to do home improvement, you got to do it right. You know, this is a ghetto improvement. This one over here, so this won't slide.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. You got a sensor missing, there's no wall button. So I can get the door running. You know, the sensors I went and bought, but I didn't realize, I mean, the wall buttons, it's weird. It's like it's been recently wired, but I don't see any parts in here.
How long is it gonna take you?
Probably about another hour and a half.
Oh, okay. Pretty quick. You had to change the tracks too?
Yeah, man. The way they had the track set up, it looked like they were smoking something and doing it at the same time.
Oh, I'm sure they were smoking something here.
No, the door comes with new tracks. I looked at the old track and they used some stuff I've never even seen before, just like all angles and it still wasn't good.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
So I'm soldering up some good goo.
Explain like I'm 5 years old.
5 years old?
Yeah.
Okay, goo gaga. So basically, we're soldering copper for the downspouts on the tub. The reason you don't use PEX and use copper is because the inside diameter is a little bit bigger. So there's less flow resistance coming out. Because if you use PEX, sometimes what happens is the water starts to build up instead of flowing out on time. And so you'll have water coming out of your shower, the top and the bottom at the same time together. Yeah. So that's why you want to use copper for basically the spout. You put on some flux, clean inside, outside, put on some flux. Pop this John together, flux. This bad boy right here. And when you're soldering, you take out everything so you don't melt the cartridges. Those bad Johns over there.
So you're gonna use it on top of this or what?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go like that.
Oh, okay.
You heat it and then you just put some solder in there to basically join the two together, weld them up.
Oh, so you're using this flex to connect it to the...
To solder.
Solder.
No, this helps dissolve. Like, if you do it without flux, it will, like, basically, it won't weld good. Like, it's just gonna, it won't go inside the seam. that there are no pinholes nowhere, and cleaning it up, because this flux will actually eat away the copper over time. It can just basically turns it green and it like it's in the way now.
Oh, it's oxidizing.
Yeah, and then it could wear out. And then on the inside, there's been times where on the inside they actually create like little pinholes, and it basically gets pitted and it creates like little tiny pinholes and it leaks. So you gotta make sure that you clean it off, all the flux.
Nice.
I recommend using a rag and then with the little scratch cloth on it.
We got a whole bunch of stuff done while we were busy working on other projects. I haven't been here for a few days, so we got our plumbing fully done, electrical fully done. Framing obviously goes first, but that was done before. And now we got our drywall and they're starting to mud today, so give it a few days and then we should have, you know, textured house. Got a new thermostat. We have heat in the house, so that's always cool. This is a cool little thing that I decided to do last minute. It's gonna have LED lights going down like that. I think it'll look pretty cool, given that this is gonna be like a more modern look. I kind of wanted to make it here, but then no point, because the TV is gonna go on there, first of all. Second of all, this is already gonna be too much. It's gonna have the slate panels up here, and then we're gonna have probably like, I don't know what kind of tile I'm gonna put down there, but it's gonna be tile and then fireplace. And plus you walk in the house, you see that first thing. So I don't know, we'll see what it looks like. Here, they drywalled everything that we took out, put in the plumbing for the sink, wiring for the outlets. The tweakers came at 12 o'clock at night and they stole the cameras like last week, yeah.
They stole the security cameras from you?
Yeah,
the
they did.
tweakers?
Yep.
They planning to come back once it's done?
I think so, yeah. I wouldn't doubt it, to be honest, like, no doubt about that. Yeah, it didn't like catch them, I actually taken them off, but it caught them for sure.
So you put the new camera?
Yeah, we had to put a new camera up higher so they can't reach to it. I don't really like this tree, but we're gonna have to leave it. I don't wanna cut it down. I don't know about this fence. This fence doesn't look really good either, so I'm not sure. Rip it off and leave it like that, or without a fence, or put something else on. Clean up this landscaping, make something nicer. Probably just gonna put grass all the way to the concrete, and then they can walk in the house through over here. And then maybe for sure have to repair this. Over here, probably just gonna do like this black tarp that goes on the fence. It's like privacy kind of, you know, so that I don't really want to install a new fence because there's this concrete and all this stuff. Just gonna put that black thing on it. It's gonna look fine. This, we're probably just gonna leave it how it is, clean it up, put some bark around the trees, clean this up. I don't know what to do with this fence. Probably gonna have to replace it. Replace this fence. It's bad, bro. Look at this.
Oh yeah, it's rotten.
Fire pit right here. Leave it. Nothing. Pressure wash it. It's not that important. It's in the backyard, and definitely not gonna rip it out or replace it. I think I'm just gonna leave it, wash it, leave it.